All right, so that's cool. So now tell me the studio. Have you been in a studio? How many times have you been in a studio, Hunter?
I've only, oh, I guess I've been in two different studios now.
Okay. What's
And
that like? What's it I mean, all I hear is about how expensive studio time is, and you see all of these musicians and how they seem to spend hours and days in the I mean, I don't know, is it the old days? People used to rent a house, lock themselves up there, Led Zeppelin, just put
oh yeah.
themselves into a house for 3 months or whatever and come out with an album. But now when you go into the studio, do you have your songs all ready to go, or are you fleshing them out while you're in the studio?
Yeah, when when I went this was my first kind of go at it, and to be honest with you, it's a lot different than I expected. Um the so we tracked the songs first to kind of fit the sound that I wanted, and it I'll be honest with you, I spent months rehearsing these songs, and when I got in there, it was like it's almost like you like forget everything. You know what I mean? It's kind of funny, but it's really cool too because it's a whole different realm inside of you that people don't see because it's a lot harder once you get in there because everything's it's got to be on point. And so like for 52 Cadillac, I don't know why, but I kept like adding in words that I wasn't before. I think it's just because overthinking the process a little bit, and it's totally different, but it is very cool to be in there, and especially if you're in a studio that you feel comfortable, it's kind of cool to feel that energy when you're building a song, and especially when you start from scratch because I wrote it as an acoustic song, and when you start adding mixes into it, everything it turns out awesome. So
It's got to be intimidating being there, knowing, just seeing the board, like
yeah,
8,000 switches. I got what, 10 thing right here, and there's millions when you go in there. You got a guy there. It's the expensive studio time. You don't want to mess up. You want to kind of be as efficient as possible. So I could see how it's intimidating. Now, do you use? Was it your own band with you? Did you hire musicians in there? Who was in the studio with you?
for this one, I had studio musicians come in, and they did an excellent job. They did exactly what I wanted them to do, and they're awesome players. They're top notch. And hopefully one of these days I'm gonna get. I'll be honest with you, it's like I said, I'm from Washington State. I'm not from a really popular music area. There's definitely a lot of bands, but it's hard to get people that are willing to travel on the road with you like that. But like I said, they did an awesome job. I have absolutely no complaints. I work with some great people, and I'm actually hoping to work with them again. So